everybody, Matthew and Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to the next episode of This Is Not a Test, Season 2, a post-apocalyptic, post-nuclear miniature war game by World's End Publishing.
Got some Kleenex. That was a big...
But, yeah, all over the place. And you have to excuse my nasaliness. I had a cold like 2 weeks ago, and I'm still nasally from it. So...
Post-nasal drip?
I don't know what, yeah, something like that. It's just kind of there. I feel fine, but it's just there and I'm nasally, so I apologize for that. So, if for you guys it's been a week since the last episode, for us it's been 2 or 3. We've had a busy past couple weeks with sicknesses and snow days and all that, so we're going to do a bit of a recap for our sake more than yours. Of course, it can be for your sake too, especially if you did not see the vault component, which if you didn't, why not? You can get a free vault trial and see all of them, so it'll be at the link below. Anyway, so last time, that is when you had to defend your settlement from a stampede of a various number of different kinds of animals and insects, and giant insects. And you successfully did so. It was a lot of stuff for you to take on, but you had your defenses set up. There were some casualties.
Yes, at least one important one.
Yeah, there was the nameless guy who died, so you lost one of your settlers, but you also lost Benjamin.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was lifted up. There was a huge mushroom monster that picked him up along with that other guy and just went crunch, 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 and he did not survive that.
It's actually kind of fitting that he died because of that.
Yeah, because the only 2 that died were the 2 that were attacked by the mushroom monster.
Right.
Which was very scary. In the end, he dispatched it with great dispatch and got lots of experience, leveled up lots of guys. I do remember there being lots of level ups. So that was at least nice that you got all that. But you did lose some guys, which means you have less workers and you have less of a war band now to deal with. But it is what it is. So you survive that. You pick up the pieces of your little civilization. And so we're going to just do the scavenging part first before we get into what happens next in the story, as we've been doing that all along. We are starting to near the end of the season. I'm not going to tell you exactly how many episodes are. I'll tell you when we're at the finale. This is not the finale. But we are getting close. So let's work on that. So let's flip over to your actual settlement thing. There it is. Now you did lose one of your caravanners, so you're down to 5 instead of 6. And you lost Benjamin, but that just means one less guy, one less mouth to feed. So, yay, right? Does that make you happy?
No more black pudding.
Yeah, no more black. So, how many guys did you have? You have your 6 settlers, you got your 5 caravanners, you got the 1 other caravanner that you like to use as your gunsmith.
So 12.
One of those, and then you have Gerald that gives you the extra food. But you also have a guy that takes 2 food instead of 1 because he's soft-bellied as a result of all of that. So, how would you like to assign them? Right now you have 23 barter script, but no food.
Okay, well, I need food. Max out my farms.
So you want to put all 5 of the settlers plus plus Gerald.
The guy who's good at farming.
Yes.
Yes.
That gives you 1 more settler and 5 more caravanners. Do you want to put your gunsmith in the gun shop again?
Yes.
Okay, so that leaves us with 6 more guys.
Yes.
What would you like to do with them? Up to 5 of them are allowed to go scavenging. You also have a medical shed now, which actually you need to power all this stuff too. So we got to look at how much power you need. You got 5 houses, so that's 5 right there. Your weapon shop takes 3 more, so that's 8. And then your medical shed takes only 2 more, so that's 10. So you only need 2 generators powered. So out of those 6, 2 of them have to power generators.
Okay,
so you have 4 guys left. Your medical shed, which you've built and spent the money on, is currently unmanned.
So I'll man it.
So you'll man it, and the medical shed can have it's 1 to 2 people can be manned to it, and for every 1 that you have there, at the end of the game, you can re-roll 1 survival roll. So like when somebody goes out of action and you're rolling on the death chart, for every guy that you have in the medical shed, you can re-roll 1 of those.
So if I roll a 1 and somebody dies, I can re-roll it?
Correct. Right now you can do that already. If you assign a second person, you could do that twice.
I can do that already?
Yeah, because you just assigned a guy to the medical shed.
Okay.
And you can do it and you have a medic in your group, which...
I'll do it again.
So you want 2 in there?
2.
Okay, so there's 2 of them.
Might as well.
Yeah.
And then the rest will scavenge.
And the other 3 will scavenge. So you're not going to build anything more at this point.
No.
Just need to get food and you don't really have much barter script to build stuff anyways, right?
Correct.
Okay, let's go scavenging.
So I have 3 guys scavenging?
3 guys scavenging. Let me just open up. There's actually a new book, the Wasteland Companion, that they have. That just came out with. For us, they just came out with. For you guys, it will have been a month or 2 by the time you see this. And it has a new scavenging deck.
Does it?
Yeah, so it has new stuff. So like, we're fine with using this one because it's not like we really know all the stuff in it. But if you ever get bored of this one because you use it all the time in your campaigns, they have an entirely new set, which is really cool. Okay, so this is a D69. That's 2 D10s. There we go. So a 32, so we add 1 to that 2, so that's 3, and we multiply it by 3. Did you already roll 32?
No.
No. So that is 6 barter script.
Okay.
Nice and easy. You want to write that down just so I don't forget it?
Sure. So 6.
6, there we go. Next one. 13, you already rolled that. Let's roll that again. Ooh, 65. That's an interesting one.
Nope.
Did not. Okay, great. Okay. So, this guy, we'll call him John. His name is John.
Okay.
He's out scavenging, and he finds a porta potty that is still functioning.
Gross and awesome.
Yeah, like it's still standing there, and it's not like so full that he can't use it. And he decides to heed the call of nature.
Oh.
So John uses the porta potty.
All right.
The John.
Are you reading this, or are you making this up?
This is actually there. And while he's heeding the call of nature, and he happens to look down to see all the other wonderful things that are down there,
Oh boy.
he notices a glimmer of something interesting.
Oh boy.
So in order for him to go down there, he has to pass a will test, which is just a mental test.
I choose death.
Choose death to gather the nerve. You can always choose to skip the toilet, and you find some stuff. I'm not going to tell you what it's worth. I'm not going to tell you what you'll find when you go down there. So do you want to try to gather the courage to climb down into the porta potty?
And if I fail my will test, I get
Then
nothing.
if you fail it, you just basically lose your lunch, and he suffers -1 to all the tests in the next game, which doesn't matter because this guy's not going to be in your next game. But they gains nothing.
What is the will test?
It's just a mental test, so you have to roll 5 or higher.
So it's 50-50 chance.
No, 60% chance. 6 or higher.
5 or higher, okay.
Yeah, 6 or higher is 50%.
So
He's going to try to climb down.
nothing ventured, nothing gained. So here we go.
Oh, critical fumble. He pukes. He gains nothing. Always. Too bad. There was jewelry down there. It was worth a lot of barter script.
I'm sure it was.
It was worth 50 barter
No! Don't say that!
Seriously, it was worth 50 barter
That's-
script. Can you believe that? If you had just decided to go, you could actually have hauled the actual toilet back, and it's worth D10 plus 10 barter script. So it'd be worth anywhere from 11 to 20 barter script, which is okay. But the 50 would have been awesome if you went down there.
Yeah, or the nothing.
Yeah, now you got nothing. All right, the last scavenger, 51. Have you rolled that one yet? No, it's another interesting one.
You know what? I always get that roll, but I don't get the actual cool roll to get whatever I'm getting. That made sense, right?
Oh yeah, this is the very interesting one.
I choose the normal thing.
You're like, screw it.
Not going to happen anyway.
This is equivalent to getting a red joker.
A red joker?
Yeah. Yeah, you did not get this one yet. Yeah, because it's 52 cards plus the 2.
Oh, the black
Plus
joker
2.
and the red joker?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the
okay.
red joker.
All right.
So while exploring a particularly large crater, Steve, we'll call him, finds a hidden military complex, a pre-fall continuity of government COG bunker. It's pretty awesome. Designed to help rebuild the government after a nuclear attack, these bunkers were used to cache valuable technology and equipment. There is a particularly complex security panel that requires an intelligence test of difficulty 12. So you'd have to roll 7 or higher to get in there.
What's the other option?
To sell its location instead. So you just like the next merchant that comes along is like, I know what, there's a pre-war bunker and I know where it is, and I'll sell you the location. You don't know how much you'll get for it until you go and actually sell it.
So it's either I get nothing or I get something, maybe.
If you decide that you're just going to sell the location, you'll definitely get something. I'm not going to tell you how much, but if you manage to crack into it, who knows what you'll find.
Otherwise, I go back with 6 barter script because that's what I've gotten so far.
Yeah.
Okay, I tried the blue die the first time. Let's try the black die.
So you need a 7 or higher. 2! Oh, you would have found 40 barter script worth of weaponry and a single free relic of your choice.
I never get them.
No,
I never get
you
them.
don't.
So what's the point?
I don't know. And if you sold the
What would I have gotten if it was that one? Nope. And
There you go. Should just use the blue one again.
yeah, I should have used the blue one again.
You already used up its fumble, right? So you should have rolled it again.
Sure. That's logic.
So you come back with 6 barter script in total,
So I could have come back with 90 plus whatever.
plus a relic.
Plus a relic.
Like a plasma rifle or, something awesome like
Hopefully the luck is with me during the game.
that. Yeah, that'll make up for it, right?
Yeah.
Well, right now you've got a gunsmith in a weapon shop, and you've got 2 medical guys. So your chances of your fumbles, like your jams, you don't get as many jams, and if the people die, then they're less likely to stay dead. Especially because you have a medic in your group too. So
I'll stay alive and bored,
Yeah.
or I can be excited and dead. All right.
So let's see how much food you get. So you got 6 guys working it, and you get +1 because of the one guy. So 66 food. Oh, that's better. So you got 18, 21, 22, 26, 27. So you got 27 food. And you need to feed 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 people. So you have 6 food left over. Hey, for the first time you have a food surplus.
Yeah, it's going to go bad on me. Okay, so 6 left over?
Yeah. And you have 29 barter script. Is there anything you'd like to spend that on?
You're asking me like there isn't anything to spend it on.
Well, nothing really great for 29 barter script.
You know what? I'm going to save it to the last game.
So like equip yourself really well in the last game?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That was pretty disappointing.
It was!
Because you found 2 really good
I
things.
know!
All you had to
There
do
you
is
go.
all you had to do is dive into the porta potty. Like the stuff is 200 years old by this point. It's probably not that bad.
Gold is gold.
Yeah, right. Brown gold is brown gold. Okay. So your scavengers are coming back, and you're starting to get more concerned, obviously, about the amount of animal activity in this area, and it's starting to make you question whether this is a suitable place to maintain a settlement, because there seems to be the frequency and severity of these animal attacks seems to be increasing. So you're not quite sure what to do. And so Madeline and Beverly are having a conversation because they're not quite sure what to do. And Beverly says to Madeline,
We're getting really attacked by a lot of animals.
Madeline's looking at the campfire, she shakes her head and she says,
You know, it's about time that you man up and do what I always believed you can do, and that is to not be afraid to just do something awesome in life.
and then hobbling up to the campfire is the professor. He sits down on one of the logs.
I forgot what I did for his voice. It was too long ago.
You know, don't be afraid, because I've seen this situation before. And every time it seems like imminent death is next in line for all of your actions, something great happens.
And all of a sudden with that, you hear a cry from one of the sentries saying, "Somebody is approaching! There's a caravan approaching!" Normally you'd be like, yeah, whatever, because it's regular merchants, but this is not the regular time that the merchants would show up. They have kind of their route that they follow. So piques your curiosity. Beverly and everybody gets up and walks over to the outskirts, maybe drawing some of their weapons just because they're a little worried. And up pulls this vehicle. It's a big van with a huge radio dish on top, and it's being pulled by a bunch of donkeys or weird mutated beasts of some sort. And on the side it says Johnny Atomic. What was it called? I think it's called the Radio Free Wasteland or something like that, which you recognize. Johnny Atomic is famous. Mm-hmm. He's known for his radio broadcasts. He's one of the few radio stations, and like one of the only radio stations in this area. And he's always going around looking for interesting news and adventures and that kind of stuff too. It seems strange that he'd be here. He's just like you've never seen him before. You've seen a lot of his fanboys, because he actually has these other people who they kind of received a commission to become like Johnny Atomic, and they go out and they find news in the wasteland, but they never claim to be Johnny Atomic. They always claim to be like people working for him. So you've met those people before, but never actually Johnny Atomic. And sure enough, coming out of this van comes this guy, and this is Johnny Atomic. So let's get a little close up of Johnny Atomic. This is actually the official model for Johnny Atomic, just so you know. So there we go. Yeah, there we are. That's Johnny Atomic, which you can actually buy on like the guy Joey McGuire, the guy who made This Is Not a Test. This is on his website, World's End Publishing. Johnny Atomic has a booming voice. He's got a great radio voice. I don't know if I'll be able to make a great radio voice because, well, I'm not Johnny Atomic. But still, he comes out. He just, it's like the whole van kind of shakes. This is a big guy. Like he's not, like he's definitely like built big. Like he survives. He's survived the wasteland. He roams the wasteland and survives all sorts of stuff. And he comes walking up, and he's got his big boom mic, and he's carrying a speaker. And all fancy and bravado-like. And he's like, who here is in charge of this settlement? Who answers?
Yeah. So,
The professor?
the professor comes out.
Well, it's funny you should say that. Because I be the one who survived the longest out of all these guys.
And Beverly was like, hey.
Hey. Well, I did,
Madeline shakes her head again.
come on.
Man up.
Oh, well, let's see what he says.
And he comes up, well, have you been experiencing increased problems with the local populations of animals and insects?
Have we ever?
Well, I would like your help because I know why you've been having these problems. You see, there is a nuclear fallout bunker about 20 miles from here. And inside of that is a quack. This guy has gone nuts. And I don't know why they have this technology inside of this one nuclear fallout bunker. It's very vault-like, but it's a nuclear fallout bunker. And but he has this technology that they must have been experimenting with that actually is supposed to be insect repellent. But it's like on this huge radio scale. And it's been messing with my radio. And it's been driving the local insect and animal population crazy and driving them away. And it keeps pushing them through this area. So if you're interested in not having your settlement overrun on a daily basis by insects, I could show you the way. I just need a bit more muscle than what I have with just old Bessie and Betty right over here. The two donkeys that are mutant. One of them got two heads.
Oh my gosh, I just can't believe it. You're here in person. I've listened to every single one of your shows. Oh man. Oh, every single one. This is Jenny right now. I'm Jenny. I don't even remember what my name is. Oh, can we please go with them, please?
Yeah.
Please.
Hands off. Yes, the autographs will come afterwards. I feel assaulted. Poor Johnny.
And then Craig is like, oh my gosh, it's finally something, listening to you all the time.
You're so like,
And then
There,
Duckless comes up.
I listen to your show and I get inspired by your story.
well, that's great. That's the whole point of this radio show. So if you guys will come with me, I'll take your best soldiers, we'll go there, and I'm sure that not only will this protect your settlement, but there'll be all sorts of other hidden tech inside of that that nuclear fallout shelter. I'm trying to call it a vault. You can have whatever you want. I'm just looking to have my radio not be disrupted anymore by the signal that keeps going out. And of course, the insect and animal population problems are causing me issues too for my ability to get the places that I want to go.
Well, that would be amazing.
It would be. And so he shows you, you kind of go back to the campfire and he shows you a map of the area and he talks about how there's this nuclear fallout shelter number 112. It's got this big 112 on the door that leads into it. Mm-hmm. And he shows the local areas like, now basically the best way to do this is we could go right through the front door, but there's some major resistance there from the automated defenses. But not too far from the nuclear fallout shelter, there is an ant colony that has taken up residence in a bunch of caves. And if we go through that, not only can we take care of the ants,
I hate ants!
but we can use that as a back entrance into the nuclear the fallout shelter as well. There's no way we're getting through the front doors. There's a couple of machine gun turrets there. And on top of that, we'd still have to deal with whatever stuff is inside. So our best bet is to go through the cave system, clear out the ants on our way, which will just be like a double success because that'll keep them out of fighting us later on, and use the back door to get into the nuclear fallout shelter.
Whatever it takes to kill all those ants.
Yeah, we'll try to destroy their nest while we're in there. Even if we don't destroy the nest, we'll still be able to get through, at least, and get to the entrance of the fallout shelter. And then we'll have to deal with whatever crazy guy's in there. I can hear him broadcasting, but I have no idea who he is.
That's weird.
Why is it weird? This is the wasteland. Fellow survivor, everything out here is weird. Trust me, I have been broadcasting for years, and I just keep finding weirder and weirder things. Nothing surprises me anymore.
It's normal.
Yes, in a weird way.
Yes.
Lead the way.
Okay, so we take off.
Yeah.
All right, so it's not that far. Like I said, it's just 20 miles away. So it just takes a few hours to get there. And he accompanies you. He leaves his stuff behind, though, because it's too valuable. He doesn't want Betty and Bessie to get hurt. And
Does he take his boom mic?
he does, actually,
Okay.
because he uses it to encourage people around him, as you will find out in the game. So you get to use him in the game. I'll show you. He has actually stats and everything. And he's kind of fun, as you'll see. And he leads you, and it's a few hours uninterrupted. Like you see, you kind of avoid any animal swarms that are going around, and so you're able to get to this ant colony. And when you get there, you're in the wasteland. It's all in this area. It's just all desert, and there's these big mounds, and one of them you just kind of dig out, and you're able to get down to the cave and venture in to try to take care of these ants. Oh, they're fire ants, by the way. He tells you that just as you're about to go in. Oh, by the way, they're fire ants. Watch out, they spit. It's Beverly's favorite. Jenny and Craig walk up as you're about to enter.
Oh my gosh, these again. Didn't we kill every single last one of the million that we did that one time and ran away?
And then Healy kind of just walks by.
Everybody is fine. No one is in need of medical assistance.
Beverly kind of kicks open a bit of a hole and then gets ready to drop down in his power armor.
That wasn't me seizing up. I'm just waiting for everyone else.
Watch this, Madeline. As he jumps down and everybody crawls in. And that leads us to our battle report, where we're going to be playing down in the ant lair. The question is, can you get through the ants? Now, the nice thing about this is whether you do beat the ants or not, you still get to the nuclear fallout shelter. But if you don't beat them, they're going to be in the last mission as well. And it's not going to replace some of the bad guys that you're going to be facing in the last mission. They'll be in addition to whatever you're facing in the last mission. So you fail this one, and your last mission will be that much harder. Good luck.
Stakes are high.
Yes. All right. Link in the video description below to go watch the battle report right now. That is in the MiniWarGaming Vault. If you're not a Vault member, you can still click it, get a free 7-day trial to the MiniWarGaming Vault, and help support us in order to be able to continue making things like this. Thank you so much if you're already a Vault member. Click the link below. We'll see you in the next video. Happy wargaming.